You ever hear a statement from your parents that makes you very happy that you were born in this generation? For instance, my mother recently started dating this man who actively used to beat his ex-wife. And his ex-wife came up to my mom as a woman and said, "Hey, I gotta tell you something very important. He used to strike me a lot." You know what my mom said? My mom said, "Well, does he pay bills?" And lo and behold, the ex-wife said, "Yeah, he does." So my mom said, "Okay, well, I can take a little strikes. I'm okay. I did it in my previous relationship." I said, "Hold on, whoa, what's going on?" I was confused. You cool with getting hit as long as they're paying the bills? And then my mom said, "Well, yeah, men love hitting women." I said, "Hold, let's boss roll back a little bit. Let's take 10 years off the timeline." Hold up a second. What do you mean? What's going on here? And she said, "Well, that's just what it means to be." I said, "Nope, no, hold on now. We have evolved. We have gotten a lot better. We have gone way, way better." And it leads me to believe that maybe I may be judging my parents a little bit too harshly. You see, I blame my parents for a lot of my trauma as it is their fault, naturally. But a big part of this is the fact that maybe they genuinely didn't know any better. Imagine if back in the day you asked your parents what's the capital of Kentucky. As a matter of fact, ask your parents what's the capital of Ohio. You know what they're gonna say? "I don't know." And you know what? You just wouldn't know. You have no idea. You have no feasible reason to figure that out. You have no clue. You just no idea. No clue. There's no library or anything like that. Well, you do have a library, but you don't want to go to a library and figure it out. There's no internet. There's no instant information. You wouldn't be able to figure out what a therapy is, and people didn't believe in therapy. People thought you went to therapy when you were crazy. You were psychotic. That was the stigma behind therapy. My mom, I recently tried to get her into therapy. You know what she said? She said, "Ain't that for people that are in a loony bin?" I said, "The loony bin? Mom, I'm in therapy." And she said, "Yeah, but you're crazy." I said, "Okay, calm down. Hold on now. Okay, think about this, Mom. If you made me and I'm crazy, what's that mean?" She said, "Oh my God, you're right. It took one sentence to convince you. I can see why you got with my dad. That's crazy." What? It makes me so happy that we have the information, knowledge, and wealth of lore to have our mental health all fixed and educated in that variety. And I'm so happy that we have the power and freedom to look up and learn about ourselves. I'm very happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that. That's what kills me and destroys me. I want I want people to understand that back in the day, your dad probably had a second family up the house. That's the part that's messing me up. Like up the street, and they just never knew about each other. There was no Facebook or anything of that variety to gather information. There's no post this guy, are we dating the same person group. It didn't exist. Your dad just got away with having 5 families because he had enough money to support 30. That's how it was. God, I wish I had that much money. That'd be cool. Enough money to do that? That'd be crazy.